Percocet, Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent, ain't chase a chick, never chase.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Kiera.
This is Leah.
And this is Solo.
And you're listening to He Said, We Said for the last time.
For the last time.
Yeah.
For the last time.
I guess it really hit me, though, walking in here. And, you know.
Well, wait, can we introduce?
Oh, sorry. My bad. A man that needs no introduction.
I do need an introduction.
Yes, you do, because it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. My name is Ralph.
Here we go.
And I'm on the episode today it's the end of an era. So, you know, there's some doting I'm going to do on them here in a little bit. But first, go ahead and get into the episode. LP, by the way, I'm not Ralph.
Yes, the one and only. The one and only. Well, like we said, it's the last time we're getting together. There's some things we need to discuss. Yeah, I'm coming for y'all. Just kidding. I don't have anything.
I was like, wait, coming for who?
Homecoming is coming up. I guess you have one homecoming technically. Does it count
technically?
for you?
TSU?
I mean,
it should count.
Okay.
That's 3 years of my life.
Okay.
You wouldn't.
Yeah.
If you got your master's from somewhere,
I got my graduate degree from Texas A&M. I'm definitely an Aggie also.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I went to University of Chicago too. So should I celebrate them also?
No, I think you got to stop at the 2.
Okay.
I think when you
so third degree? That third degree with a little extra?
No. Because I know some people still will, but nah. By the 3rd degree, are you really invoked in campus life to some degree?
I don't even really go there. Yeah, like I don't do much with them at all. So you're right.
Like
But
if I were to
even
get
for
my
you-
doctorate from St. Thomas, am I really, what are they?
I don't even know what they are.
But here's the thing. I only
The
see you
Saints?
go up for the Tigers during homecoming. You don't never rep for TSU any other time.
No. When the NCAA tournament.
Yes.
Yes.
Why pointing to me?
But are you keeping up with
Because I
football
need
like
you to
that?
be like, yes.
Yes.
Come
You
on,
are a
I
Tiger.
definitely
You
support
always
TSU.
watching OU.
Born and raised 3rd Ward, so TSU has always had a place
What's
in
their
the
record
middle
right
of my...
now?
Who, the football team?
Yeah.
1-4.
What? Yeah, I was going to say 1. So I don't know. But
That's the point.
I am supporting definitely homecoming.
Oh, they did?
All right.
Come on, John.
You better rep for your school.
We
Now,
can't
that's
really-
a real Tiger right there.
We
That
can't
is
count
a
the
real-
first team, though.
That is a real
He's in
Tiger.
school.
We
You
can't
in
count.
school, ain't you?
We can't count the
He
first
didn't even
team.
know if they won or not. He didn't even know they played yesterday.
Just joking.
Wait.
Okay, I missed
I
that.
missed it too.
But okay.
Lord. Anyway.
Homecoming
All right.
is next week.
Yes,
There's
yes,
3
yes.
schools. Well, 4 schools because we found out Rice is also celebrating
Now,
homecoming
who knew that?
next weekend.
Rice got a celebration this week. They got some events coming up.
Look, I will be out in the mix.
Yes. The city of Houston will be
gonna be jumping.
extremely
Yes.
hot. You know what? Because y'all got on your Astros gear. I forgot mine. But it's definitely going to be happening because homecoming and then if the Astros make it to the World Series.
Oh, yeah. We
It's
in there.
gonna be-
Would game 1 be that weekend?
Game 1 is Friday.
Game 1 is Friday.
Look at Solomon don't want to trust me.
No. Good. No, good. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to question your knowledge. And
Do we have a better record? Wait, do we have a better record than the Phillies, though?
Yes. We had the 2nd best record in the...
Who was first? Atlanta?
No, first was the Dodgers.
And they got knocked out, right?
Okay, so we would have to go check. Okay.
Now that I do know.
Did you know that, though?
Did I know who had a better record?
That
Us
if we
or the
played in the World Series and the first game was going to be here?
Yeah, because I was looking at tickets.
Oh.
Well,
All right, well, who knew?
I'm not going, but still, I was just looking to see.
Dang, what them
Okay.
tickets looking like?
Expensive.
Like starting off at like 4 or 5?
I don't
Or
think
not that
so.
bad?
I don't know if it's
You can get
that
a 300.
bad.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get a 300.
But I don't know if I can stop that.
I can't. Christmas
I don't
around the
know.
corner.
You got a
Thanksgiving,
couple,
come
you
on
got a
now.
couple more gifts to give
You
this
might
year.
have to be in there by yourself. 'cause I'm dropping that one there. Yikes.
All right.
It's going to be fun.
You know, Solomon and I were reflecting over the weekend about how this time last year his life was completely different than what it is now. Isn't it great to be in love?
Yes, 100%.
I love
No.
that.
Okay. Let me not sell you.
that.
Let me not sell you short. I'm just talking about last year around this time. Then we're talking about in August being stuck in Brazil and not even knowing who this person was,
Ooh, what
and
a
then all of a sudden you
testimony.
fast forward now, and it's like, well, damn, you know, it's just been a long year. Is all we saying. That's it.
Nobody is denying that. You ain't got to.
It's been a long year.
You ain't got to prove it to me. I know.
Solomon has been glowing, you guys. I love that for you.
All right, so let's stay on the topic on hand.
Okay.
Let's stay on the topic on hand.
Sorry.
Go Stros. Yeah.
Damn, nobody else.
But no, let's talk about the beginning, right? The beginning when we used to
the
start.
podcast.
Yeah. When we used to
Okay.
be in the apartment, one microphone and GarageBand, and then OU Texas rolls around. I don't know where I heard that you did podcasts from.
I don't either. Because at the time,
But I approached you.
yes, and at the time,
Sorry, check my.
Four Horsemen really wasn't even a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So first, I would say, without question, you all were the launch of pretty much everything we've been doing now. If it hadn't been for you all, there probably wouldn't even be this studio. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. When I was initially, so by trade, I do finance. So I do everything as like a system. Everything to me is a process. So you all allowed me to break and fix your process quite a bit of times. That kept me saying, okay, this is viable, to the place now where, which I'm disappointed that y'all are leaving, but I still have an idea for y'all. So just hang with me at the end.
Okay.
Because there are some things that we've been working towards that I think will benefit everybody. And obviously, I'm not going to leave y'all out of that.
Yeah.
So I'll start there. But yeah, when I first saw, because it was really me just getting back to Houston.
Yeah,
I had only
you
been
just
here
moved
for
back.
like
That's
6 months
right.
again.
Yeah, just moved back.
I had just moved back. I've never been a person who likes to, if I can figure out something, I'm going to turn it into a business. Period. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, and I don't know where we met. So I don't know where we saw each other at.
We were at OU Texas at the bar. At OU Texas Black alumni out there in Pearland or something like
sure
that.
was,
And then
yeah.
I was just like, man, let me just talk to the old head. You know, obviously I know Breon, but
I don't know if the people listening know that. So y'all have to get
Yeah,
some
we went to
context.
school together, but I was graduating when you were coming
Yes.
in.
you had graduated. I came in 2004. He was already one of the alphas that predeceased that
I know.
pre-existed.
Yes.
You know,
Can you
his
say he's your
life-
profile?
yeah.
Right?
But I wasn't.
We're not.
I wasn't on.
We were an anchoring line at OU. Like, so people know, well, y'all have a collegiate audience, like people who went to college, understand Greek life, etc. Like at OU, there was a time when there were no alphas on the yard.
Mhm.
And then we brought 12 of them.
They brought a deep line at a white PWY.
Yeah, and we were all there for at least 3 years after.
Yeah.
So we were able to kind of anchor
Oh, cool.
the organization back into OU.
Yeah.
Okay.
And from that, we got brothers like Solomon who got on campus that were able to kind of keep that tradition. But that tradition gone now, bro.
Yeah.
It's gone.
So I've heard.
Matter of fact, they off the yard.
Ooh, not y'all dragging your own chapter.
Hey, I don't mind. I tell the truth.
I found out late.
I did.
So,
Because, you know, I was there for a while. So
but I remember coming in, it was like I-12 was the grown.
We were grown.
They were the oldest in the chapter, and they were fairly, I think it was like at least half of y'all there. But anyway, they were running the yard, By the time I came in, he was gone, moved out somewhere.
I was
But
in
you know, he
Florida.
was kind of like still in the network because, I mean, I knew his LBs, whatever. Shout out to Tingle, Tim, Isan, whatever.
Isan.
Hello.
Okay.
Ramses. Sarat. Duran.
Now say it in order. Now I'm playing.
But anyway, but to his
Anyway,
point, yeah, I was kind of back and forth. Like I was always, I graduated in 4 years. Like it wasn't no hanging
Linger in and
around.
stuff.
I took 2 years off before I went to graduate school. I moved to Florida. I worked for the PGA Tour. And then from there, I was like, man, I got to get back. So then I started coming back to Norman.
Yeah, you
Like-
started working at OU.
Yeah, started working at OU and was there for about a decade before I moved back to
Damn.
Houston. So, you know, time flies. We talked. I wasn't even supposed to be on Poor Horseman. That was my brother's show.
Mhm.
My brother took a job coaching basketball in Oklahoma, but I had bought all this equipment.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
what am I going to do with this shit? All right, I'm going to get other people who doing podcasts to just podcast with me. That's where this came from.
Okay, because I heard
Wow.
somehow, and then I approached him at OU Texas, like, hey, we got together, Island Sizzler.
Yep. That ain't even
Island
open no
Sizzler.
more.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
Happy
a
hour.
throwback.
That ain't even open no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I brought it to them. I was like, hey, he wants to da-da-da-da-da. And we went there and we knew that from what you had. Okay, better equipment.
So if you had been at least
and I saw the
mildly, if you have been following us at all, like, you know, we was arguing in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
And it was like one mic, and we was just going. So Solomon presented LP to us, and we was just like, who?
Yeah.
And mind you, I couldn't really vouch for him, but I was like, nah, you know, he chapter bruh, you know?
Yeah. So that was the thing. Like, Solomon couldn't vouch for him. And he's like, I mean, I don't know, if y'all got questions, just ask him. So then, of course, we interrogating him.
All the time.
We need to get the contract and do it. I was like, man,
what's going on?
To this day, they interrogate.
Okay, because Solomon could not say anything. He was like, I mean, that's my chapter bruh.
Man,
Right.
bro, if it was Tingle, you know what I'm saying? I could have said something, but I was like, man, we probably talked a handful, not even.
But y'all can say, have I ever changed up on y'all? Like from the time that we started till now.
Well, I'll tell you where you changed up.
When I changed.
Niggas calling you LP?
Nah, so I can't.
I was like, who?
I can never let my real name be out there. You the only person that got it. Like,
bro,
so
it is.
When I got on,
it's work to remember that.
When I got on, well, see, I never thought that Poor Horseman would be anything.
Yeah.
Like, ever. Like, I never thought we'd be on Fox 26.
Gorilla nigga.
I was like, I can't have my name out there because I'm a shareholder in a firm.
Yeah, I feel you.
While they may know what I'm doing, they
don't know.
They don't know.
Right.
So I was like, man, I can't really. Y'all remember I'm 42.
But how can you?
Even us at 30.
You know what I'm saying?
We get it.
Yeah,
we
That's
get
part
it.
of
Yeah.
I put a lot of separation from what I do in real life to the podcast. And then, you know, at the beginning of our podcast, at least, y'all were a little more reckless before too. And then y'all kind of changed it up some. We were extremely reckless to the point where I was like, I don't even know if I could do this shit. Like, this ain't gonna work. But then we've been able to kind of change it and move things around. But back to y'all, one of the things that I always appreciated about y'all, one, is that y'all were consistent with recording. Because I used to tell people all the time, the only way that you grow an audience is being consistent. Yeah. And I remember when y'all did y'all 100th episode, there was a guy that none of y'all had ever met. I thought y'all knew him. And he was like, no.
Shout out to David.
But I was like, who is that dude in the corner?
Yeah.
And I was like, we never met him before. And that just shows me how what you put out there, you never know what people are receiving. Yeah. And the way that you all communicate was real important to what I was attempting to do or what the Guild was attempting to do, because y'all brought a dynamic that all the other pods didn't. Like the he said, we said idea is dope. The way y'all communicate with each other is dope. And then another thing I really like about y'all is that y'all like share y'all struggles with like life, like what's happening. A lot of pods don't do that. A lot of people only share what's good. Yeah. Like they don't talk about, hey, I had a boyfriend. Yeah. I was doing this. I did this. You being stuck in Brazil. Yeah. Like whoever would have talked about that kind of stuff. Yeah. But y'all did. So to me, I really appreciate y'all. Y'all helped me build this strategy in here. Y'all helped me train John. Y'all helped me to get John somewhere before 8 a.m. Yeah, John. Shout out to John. Y'all don't understand. Yes. Y'all don't know how much I fight with the people that we work with. Bro, I be John, are you up? Are you up? Where you at? Yeah. So I would say that y'all have helped even the younger people that work with us from TSU see an example of what responsibility looks like. Yeah. Separate of me, because I'm hard on them. And see, I'm gonna be hard on John now. So push your little thing in. That's why y'all audio. What? Oh shit! See, there you go. That's why I be messing up. John don't even be doing his job. He should see that from the camera.
So here's the thing. John is probably thinking like, you know what? If this equipment was a little bit new.
No, first off, every one of these mics are brand new.
Look at
I just want to say,
every one of these are brand
yours
new.
Not.
This is better than whatever we had.
No, that's a fact.
This mic.
We have a studio.
Y'all had the snowball mic when I first met you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember your whole setup.
Yeah, it was a struggle.
I remember you having to come in with the carry the equipment with Lawrence the dolly first. And shit. Yeah. Lawrence, shout out to Lawrence.
Yeah, shout out to Lawrence.
I just saw that.
They moved to Thailand.
I just saw a story today, and I was like, "Oh, he's on vacation. I didn't know that he lived there."
What is he?
Wow.
I don't know exactly what they're doing, but they moved.
Oh man,
wow.
I just saw him like
Good
2 months ago.
Yeah, they moved. They had been setting that up for like a year. So,
That's really good.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep, they moved
Yeah.
to Thailand. But so what's next for all of y'all? I'm gonna interview y'all now. This is what I'm
Well,
good at. So what's next for
Solomon,
y'all?
I think it's best for you to go. You have the most excitement right now.
I guess that insinuates that I was the one responsible. But in my defense,
I didn't feel that way at all. You put that on you.
Right. That
Now
one.
you said you first.
I mean, it is what it is. But it was nothing like, there wasn't any mishaps or internal conflicts or struggles or anything like that. I just know with the new position that I'm at, with the new job at the firm, and, being in a relationship and everything like that now, it's like I do need to make that time for self. And I just remember coming on Sundays, and I'm also doing the recovery with, AA and shit. So I get up 7 a.m. So Sundays seem like a chore. Don't let me have to work Saturday. And I was just like, something's got to give, and then I just remembered the days that we don't record, or even when we try to do the 2 in one day and skip every other day. But having Sunday to be able to say, I'm going to do something or not do something and recover, it meant a lot. And so it's kind of been on my mind since the Brazil trip, actually. But, I kind of was just like, maybe I won't feel that way. And so then, you have the relationship, the new job, less time to the self. It was just like, damn, I kind of need a break. Or maybe a change. I don't know. Recording every week does seem like work sometimes. But anyway, that's the long story short. But that was the reason. So you're saying, what do I have going on from here? Creatively, nothing right now. I'm just kind of focusing. I think my main priority right now is to just focus on trying to get this house together. Like that's the top priority, but also maintaining,
It takes a lot.
Connect. Man, when I went to your party, I was like, shit,
What?
I got some work to do. But then I thought, how long has she been
But
there?
y'all know.
How long had you been there?
It's been 1.5 years.
Damn, I got some work to do.
No, but it took me a while. The first month I did not do. I didn't do.
You've been
much
there,
at
what,
all.
4 months? Give yourself some
I've been
grace.
there since Memorial Day.
People told me that all the time, and I'm going to tell you: give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Give
5 years.
yourself time. Yeah, I'm
See, I
still
wanted to
not
say
done.
2.
No, I'm still not
You look
done.
done. You look done. You
In
look done.
areas that are for people to be in, but I'm not done.
Okay, well, if I was in your house, I'd be done. But I'll say this though. I wouldn't want to say that I'm shutting the door completely on wanting to do something like in the future, or maybe guest appearances here or there, or maybe even just a new avenue. But I did appreciate the ability to create some content or do something creatively. And so I feel like I want to, with the time that I'm saying that I need for myself and I would be open to doing something, creative again. So
Yeah.
but that's, sorry if that was a long
Okay,
rant.
so one of y'all two, who wants to go next?
I'll go. I'm doing now, if any people know, I still do try to do DIY type stuff at home.
Mhm.
Just that is my other creative outlet. So I'll still be doing those things and posting whenever I can. And then Kiera and we have Mildly Manageable. If you're not following, are following. That'll be on Instagram, and we're just now on TikTok. So more so of is it I don't know how to describe it, lifestyle
I need
bloggish.
to get a TikTok.
Do you?
Okay,
You don't
maybe
need
not.
it.
I mean,
what would you
I enjoy it when I'm on there, but I don't be
I
on
don't know,
there
it's
like
so
that.
much content, even just little shit like you're traveling somewhere, where to go, what to cook. Just
Okay, so you would
just for the information.
searching.
Got
Oh,
it.
okay, okay.
You're there
No,
as
I'm
a
not
user, not as
recording
a
reels.
Hey, I don't know. You got a little more time on your hands.
No.
I don't know. You got a family now. People got to eat.
That family is serious.
Boys gotta eat.
That
TikTok
family
got
is
the
serious.
numbers.
Bruh.
All right, Kiera, what about you?
So piggybacking off what Leah said, yes, Mildly Manageable. I will be adding more content to that now. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we've been struggling with Mildly Manageable for about 4 years?
About as long as we've been doing this,
podcast.
we have been breaking, man, we can't do both, right? Just with
Yeah.
our regular lives, there's no way you can devote that kind of time, especially because you're already dealing with a minimal amount of free time. And
Right.
So, but now,
Yes.
should have more time
More
to start
energy
on
will
that.
go into that. And then also I am slowly getting back into photography. So I was
Okay.
doing it as a hobby,
Yeah.
All right,
making a little money here and there. But then I just kind of got in the funk and I was over it. So anyways, I took the dust off that camera a couple months ago and been
I hate Solomon.
That is fact.
No, but for real, I've been
yes.
putting in work. So I've had 3 or 4 shoots within the last month, and I have another 2, coming up so far within the next few weeks. So
Yay.
I think I'm now at the point where I'm just like, girl, just F it. Put your stuff out there, like really make it a business. So that's where we are now.
Good.
Yeah.
No, so it sounds like each of you have something that you plan to do, post content, and I heard you all say something, and maybe I can change some of that language a little just because I'm a motivational speaker also. Y'all keep saying try. You know, y'all aren't in the business of trying. Y'all been doing a podcast for 4 years. So you should never say try. You're doing. And you will continue to do. And you will do greater things, and the skill sets that you built here, because people don't realize, like, one, just showing up every day to do it, like you mentioned, is a challenge. Doing a podcast every week is a challenge. From doing it every week, putting out content is a challenge. And then 2, where y'all didn't quite get there, making clips and things like that. That is
listen,
also realize you need a team or you need the time
challenge.
to do that.
Yes.
We did it for one part.
So they did it 2 times.
In the
I was like,
beginning.
Nicola, I was like, can we just pay?
In the beginning, we were putting the clips out. We were doing more on social media, but again,
it's a challenge.
It is a lot.
So that's why I say you're not in the business of trying. Y'all are in the business of doing. So as you embark on your new things that you do, your DIY content, like, do that shit to the fullest. Like, for real. Like, there is not a lot of Black women doing that type of content on YouTube. And if you need some support with that, we will help you. I'm not looking for anything. We will help you. You helped us scale up what we're doing here. Photography. I work with some of the best photographers in the city now. If you need someone to help you and give you some game or get you out there, be a part of a shoot, we got you. I can't really help you, brother. You're an attorney. I can't do much there.
No.
But if you need some family tips and how to get away for 4 hours, come find me somewhere. I got you.
I probably might need to be, because I got to set a club.
Come out, bro. Like, but
I need.
I say golf is.
I ain't ready to be out there playing the back
golf
nine.
Golf stands for go out and leave your family, and I do that. That is exactly why I golf. That's what it stands for.
Now I've seen a lot more Black men golfing. Is that what's
that exactly
that's
what we are leaving older. Our family, and we're sparing our knees.
But I will say, I will say this though.
And you should do that.
Of course.
I do appreciate the people that did listen heavily. You know, I definitely know those that did, so I appreciate that. And that's what kind of made it hard to make this decision. A little bit was like, dang, I don't want to let the few people down.
No, y'all have more than a few people that listen.
But at the same time, you know how people always say, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. And so part of me kind of just got, you know, in that mind space of like, just record the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. You never know what may pop, or whoever's just listening to your shit getting through that fucking day.
Yeah.
You know, people are actually when they say invested in the characters, then you can get to that point where, sometimes we didn't have shit to say. But, you know, some people watched or listened intensely enough to where it's like, well, shit, just being who you are, knowing you all's story, the personal struggles, it just carries you through that, right? So that's what kind of made it hard, because part of me was like, man, I feel like it can get bigger. Just keep going. So that's...
Well, I would say most people in content quit before they pop.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't think I've wanted to quit Poor Horseman, probably every month.
Not every month.
Oh, I leave group chats.
Oh, you're that person. Okay.
Like, yo, y'all leave me alone for a little bit. I don't know what's going on. Like, y'all figure it out. But what I would say is that, at least with y'all dynamic, while this may be an end, because that's how it goes, I don't look at that as a finale. Like right now, get out of here, go do something. I've got a project for y'all. Trust me, I do. We're going to talk about it when we get off mic. I have a project for y'all. But, you know, I know that's how it goes. If people come and go from this studio quite a bit, or from the other space we got in the east side of downtown, people come and go quite a bit. But y'all are legacy to me.
Yeah.
And that's why I was important. I didn't plan to be on the show today, but that's why I was important. For me to be here
Yeah, I was
tomorrow.
about to say, how important are we?
I didn't plan to be on the show. I did not plan. Jonathan, I did not plan on being on the show. I texted him. I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be there, but I'm gonna sit in the back when they leave. I'm gonna make sure I say something." But
Yeah. So when we walked in, it was like, "Oh, where is
I have
LP?
a family. I have a family.
Yeah,
So-
and John was like, "Yeah, he said he was gonna come towards it." And I said, "No, he not."
I have a family. Look,
See, I didn't know if you were going to be recording from the beginning or just pop up at the end. I didn't know
I was gonna be
why
here
you
regardless.
wanted to be
I
here.
wanted
I
to
thought
be
it was
here.
a recording thing.
Nah, because for me, I think it's important for the people who poured into you, and even if
No
it's
pun
small,
intended.
to pour back into them. Like, no pun intended, for real. And there's a lot that happens in this. Like, I remember when y'all did the live with Alyssa,
Oh, the gumbo?
Yes.
and her Jared's dad got up and gave that speech.
Oh,
He
that's
wrote-
whose
he read
that was.
poem. And I can remember looking at y'all three while he was giving that speech. I was like, "Yo, what is happening?" like I can remember when y'all first recorded here on that wall
Yeah.
before we even know what to do with the space. And I can remember y'all probably thinking like, "This shit ain't gonna work." Like in here.
I mean, it was
wasn't
coming
thinking that.
I
together.
remember
But we didn't have
It
no
was
lights.
coming together.
We didn't have lights. We only
I
had
remember
one
that.
camera at the time.
True.
I do
Well, I
remember
remember
that.
you were the one bringing the equipment. Then you were hiring people. I was like, "Oh, this nigga hiring people."
Oh yeah, you know me.
Then he's hiring another person.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, then more podcasts start, coming in. I remember the anime podcast. Like, I was like, this thing is growing, you
I
know?
don't think we ever doubted the space,
Yeah.
or for
Hey, I
sure
doubted it.
doubted you.
I doubted it. Shit.
Did
I
you?
did.
Oh, of course.
I remember coming in and being like, okay.
I was just like humble
when we came
beginnings,
in
but
through
this is
that
what it looks
door,
like.
Yeah.
when we were coming through
Yeah,
here,
so
we
I
was like,
built
"Oh,
out that
we're
room
gonna
had
do
the
after.
green
it."
screen for a
The
minute.
green screen, I was like,
Yes.
oh, we got a screen.
Yeah, it's and I would say that so I'm a continuous improvement person. I don't think you'll ever have it at one point.
Mhm.
And y'all continually improve. So that's what makes this disappointing for me. Like,
Oh.
because y'all probably didn't have a process, I don't think, until about episode 80. Like,
Damn,
y'all used to-
Yeah.
used to
We
just
would come
yell
with
at
the
each
topic.
other.
No, this is
Yeah.
true. No, in the
I'm not
beginning.
even gonna lie to
Then
you.
we had
Y'all
a-
used to just yell at
No,
each
there
other.
was one time things got so heated, Solomon left, like in the middle of recording. This
If
is like
anybody, it was like episode
I
3 or
think
4.
Jay was
this is
there.
like way
If you-
early.
If you followed us in there, it was called like cooking or something, like should your wife cook or something like
We
that.
had
The
Yes,
argument
too.
of what I'm bringing to the table, what are women bringing to
We
the
had
table.
that-
And then they got mad because I said, well, all I want you to do is cook. And they just
Look,
really couldn't
now,
fathom
if we-
all the shit that I was throwing out. I'm throwing shit out. Mind you, there's 3
Y'all.
women at the table because I think Jay was there.
Yes,
Shout out to Jay.
Yes.
You see what I had to go
All I
through?
remember is like when
So
the first few times I was like, "Yo, why y'all yelling so much?"
Honestly, I feel like
I
Solomon
mean, I
most
was
of the time
drunk.
was started.
You know,
Nah, all
I'd be
y'all
drink-
was yelling.
I mean,
All y'all
yeah,
was
because
yelling.
get
I have
passionate.
to keep up with Solomon. If he's making points I don't agree with, because I'm not a yeller.
And he will
But
talk
y'all-
over you. So
No,
now I
but
gotta yell.
but it's 2 coming at you once. So, you
That
know,
is
there's
fair.
always going to feel like you're
But
being
you do
attacked.
talk over them,
And
though.
these
You
two,
know, you do.
no, it's 2 of them.
You
It
feel
is
that
he
way.
said, we said.
It's your show.
You know that he has
It
to be
is-
heard.
it is his
too.
show.
And and it's not even the fact that it's 2 of them. They really be on the same page sometimes, and I'm like, this has got to be premeditated. The way y'all coming in here.
Y'all,
She,
Solomon is
sometimes
speaking
she
his
will
true heart
disagree.
right now.
No, for
Sometimes
real.
she will disagree. But boy, she.
Wait, there have been times I have not agreed with Leah. There's been times I've agreed with you.
They be on.
I would say the majority of the time I'm gonna throw Solomon some bell here. Y'all do be agreeing.
I'm like, did y'all talk about this?
So here's the thing.
And
No, we
then
didn't.
I know
No,
y'all
we
did.
didn't.
I know I did.
No, we
I think
didn't.
it's just y'all perspective. So y'all are. Everybody
called
know
We
y'all
Said.
are friends.
Yeah.
We
you-
said.
but you know, some we saids aren't in the same chapter, didn't go to the same, like, you know, y'all got some legacy behind y'all relationship
Yeah.
as well. So I get that. But I would say that like after that, y'all started getting a process together. And then when I saw the process get together, I was like, oh, okay, I think they're figuring it out. Then y'all would take 2-month break.
Now listen,
Hey,
we had to
no.
be places.
Come the holidays.
We had
oh,
to
come the
travel. We had
holidays.
to go.
Two month break.
Let me say this. I will say
and
this.
I'd be like,
and
you
when she's not
cannot
traveling, she's
do
going to
that.
Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, you cannot take a 2-month break.
Part of what Solomon is saying, now I'm not going to take full credit for us taking multiple month breaks, but it was really hard. I'm from Dallas. I had a lot of life happen. And so sometimes like I would have to be like, okay, I need to get on the road at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning so that I can get to the studio for 11 o'clock, et cetera. And so, yeah, it kind of would, you know, be really hard to come in and record, but to what you were saying about like people listening and being invested, like when I would get text messages from friends like, wait, there's not an episode coming out this week? Like y'all just not gonna record?
I would get them. I would get them. Yo, what
really?
No one knew y'all names, but they would be like, yo, what happened to that group of 3?
And I'd be like, there's more than one group of 3.
No.
Y'all was 3 of
y'all was a group of 3. They would be like, yo, what happened to them? And I'd be like, man, I don't know.
Damn.
We don't know. We be telling you ahead of time. Hey, we on vacation.
Hey, we August now.
No. That was what. No,
y'all did that multiple times.
Okay.
So and so here, what was funny too, like you know, taking that because it's in content, it's momentum.
Yeah.
Momentum is what gets you growth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And y'all would get to like a place, and I'd be like, oh, they got it. 2 months off. And I'd be like,
listen to the old one.
We can't do that. And then y'all come back for a little while, and then it'd be like just 2 weeks this time.
Yeah.
But that's still enough of a break to where what people don't get in podcasting, you have a lot of audience attrition. Mm-hmm. So you'll gain some, lose some, gain some, lose some. But when you're in that game, if you take a stop, you pretty much lose even your core people.
Yeah.
Because they like, what am I supporting them for?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of the challenges that I would say that y'all probably encountered, but life happens. Life does happen. It definitely does happen. So I wouldn't disagree with that. You know, you saying going to Dallas or, hey, summertime, that's vacation or whatever.
Family in Detroit. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
And not even just regular vacation. Like if we just have mixed match kind of stuff. And so like Kiera is saying, if we have things on the weekend, the alternative is during the week. It's like, well, my bad. I can't do this at that time.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's going to be too much. Yeah. Let's just go ahead. We'll be back.
Yeah. And the good thing about recording on Sunday is not just, this is a good slot.
Y'all have the best slot in the studio.
This is a good slot.
Boys are fighting.
You know what I mean? Messages. There was 2 people in there. I'm not going to say who they were before y'all left.
Yeah, they
already told us.
Before I walked in here, they were already messaging me. The group that records after them, I guess they already said something, was messaging me too.
Wow.
But I think that's going to turn into Poor Horseman slot.
Because we got that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sure he already made it.
I think I'm going to take that slot.
My thing is, I was like, if they wanted it, why didn't they take that?
Because
you didn't realize it at the time.
No.
I was like, I'm sure he already took it.
I will always put the people who support me ahead of what I'm on.
Towards the end, we already talked about favorite, or how we talked about favorite moments. We talked about that one. That was probably a highlight for me.
Yeah.
But does anybody else
I remember a key moment was definitely catching Kobe's passing on air. Like we were recording.
You sure were.
And it just went dead silent.
Very, very memorable. I remember the moment because we were trying to hear something. So Lawrence was recording us at the time. And normally, you guys probably know it if you listen well or hard enough, our people recording us are telling us facts from time to time. And we were talking about different movies or something. And he was like, Kobe, and we were like, which one was that? And trying to figure out, he was like, no, the news. Kobe just.
I was like, huh?
And we just were like,
but we didn't know if it was real or not. Remember, because we were just like
helicopter. I'm like, helicopter.
Yeah,
we're recording. I do remember.
And Rick Fox was thrown in there at the time,
right? There were so many people, and we were just saying so many things because we were all getting just all these different alerts, and we just ended up like having to stop because it was just a lot.
Yeah.
That was a real moment.
Yeah, my favorite moments for y'all were any of the verses where you talked about like dream dates or dream partners or anything, because I'm going to just say this, you can be mad at me. Y'all be having the most ridiculous, outlandish standards.
You're saying we being Leah and I, or all 3 of us?
No.
I'm telling you,
how you really feel.
I know you ain't talking about the reservation.
Everything. Like sometimes, like y'all talked about that $200 date at one time. He's like, $200 ain't enough. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, wrong podcast.
Yeah,
I don't think you said that.
You definitely, on our episode 1738, we talked about that then as well. And y'all yelled us down. I will run it back.
I gotta listen to that.
Matter of fact, I will run that back because at that time, y'all had more episodes than us. Y'all were on 38, we were on 17.
Flip it.
30, yeah.
Y'all were going
1738, yeah.
We were 17.
We were 17.
Oh,
y'all
we
were
were
38.
I'm almost positive y'all were 38.
No. We were 17.
We were 17.
I gotta go look.
No, because y'all had more. We may have started, but y'all were like.
Oh yeah, because y'all took them breaks. But anyway, so
Don't do that.
So, but y'all do be having ridiculous standards, like for real.
Name one.
What's a ridiculous standard?
Right.
Cooking.
Wait,
That's ridiculous.
Wait. What is that standard? Which?
That it is so far-fetched that a guy could just want a woman to cook.
No. That is never the case. I don't feel like I have
Why
ever
are you saying
said
that's never the case when he just said that? Yeah.
Like I'm asking too much.
No. You have to put it in context.
Only cook.
This coming from
What?
someone who would like to be a housewife.
Wait, I have not said that in recent times.
You have said that though.
No, I have not said that in
We've
recent
got the
times.
recordings.
You've definitely said you want to be a housewife.
No. I have said that I would not mind being a housewife if there's X amount of money being made. I don't want to just be sitting at the house and you making, I don't know, 100, 125. Like, you need to be making significant money. Millionaire
You
status.
see what I'm saying? Y'all
I have
getting
said on
ridiculous.
air, I need a Bentley.
This
But
is
that's not
this is the
ridiculous.
expectation.
You don't
we're
need
talking
$1
about.
million to be a stay-at-home
But
housewife.
I'm not looking for a man that has that. I am okay working.
But what I'm saying is you don't need $1 million to be a stay-at-home housewife.
No, you
How
don't.
do we
But
get
for
here?
me, to be comfortable being a housewife, there needs to be an abundance of money where it's ridiculous for me to even work. And I can be fulfilling that duty, like doing a passion project or something. I'm not just over here. Why y'all acting like on episodes I'm just like, oh, I'm so sick of work. I need to be at the house.
I'm gonna have to put together a clip
compilation.
of
Please,
all those times.
Of what you think is ridiculous.
I will.
Because I don't think that I have ridiculous standards.
I don't think so either.
I've been very
Very
open.
fair. And open. Yes, same here.
So
what? I've been closed-minded. Is that what you're saying?
no, this isn't
No
the
one has
opposite.
said that.
This isn't the
I don't know
opposite.
I mean, y'all looking at me like
You're the one who made the comment.
I made it this time.
See,
What are you talking about?
It's just second nature. They just say jump on Solomon.
I
said the
literally made the
housewife
comment.
thing.
He did.
Thank
But
you.
I started this conversation though. I did. I was saying that some of my favorite moments are how
Bring me down.
ridiculous y'all are. That is some of my favorite
Here's
moments.
the thing. For the ladies listening who have been listening, y'all can let us know if y'all feel like our standards are ridiculous. But I literally
you
just
need to
asked
ask
for
the men.
consistency.
Look, you need to ask for men. Look, so
No.
I know we're gonna close here in a second, but
6'5".
I will say this. I'll say this and whatever.
Yeah.
You can't ask other women
Why?
because women don't go out chasing women. You always have to ask men what the expectation is because we're hunting women at all times.
But here's
But
the
y'all are
thing,
so
though.
quick to say-
Y'all, go ahead.
We so
Go
quick to
ahead.
say
Y'all
what?
so quick to say, why they asking a man about a woman's opinion or something like that. Like that'll always come up. He's saying the same exact thing
you
that
have
y'all
to
would
ask
say
the men.
when men have opinions about what
No,
women
but
are
this
doing.
is what I'm getting at because y'all are saying that the standards are too high as like a critique. For me, I feel like a woman would have an honest opinion on, okay, Kiera, maybe you saying that the man needs to be 6'7" is a bit ridiculous, which that is not something that I would say. I'm just using a dramatic example. So for y'all, if a woman is saying, yeah, I think that if you ask me out on a date, you should make a reservation. And of course, some of y'all who don't think like that are going to be like, oh, that is ridiculous. And it's like, that's not a hard ask.
Well, that's your niche example. I was just saying that some of my favorite moments in the pod is when I felt like y'all were ridiculous. Maybe a reservation isn't that. A man of my age, you should be comfortable and should be required to make reservations if you plan to date with someone.
Wow.
But there are some things that you all, and I'm going to put them together because I've got all the
Please
files.
do. I can't wait.
So-
I can't wait to see it
I'm
because
ready.
because there definitely have been some times where I'm like, yo, where did they get this from?
What?
I need
Yeah.
you to pull that.
You want a 6-foot guy who's a reformed thug, who's a professional,
Kiera.
who is a
Now you're talking-
handyman, who's a Renaissance man, knows photography, knows music, can talk politics.
Let me clean this up.
You
For
know,
a
maybe.
Man.
Let me clean this
but
up.
that's all I'm saying.
No one is
so
saying
then
they
when I
have
said,
to be that.
I just need you to cook. I'm asking for the world.
Hold on.
I'm asking
Hold
for
on.
the world.
Solomon.
No one
let's
thinks
not
Then
do
ask you to
that.
clean.
What?
Didn't ask you to I don't know, whatever.
Oh, this revisionist history.
Didn't we
literally
have a
just
whole
talked about
conversation? We had a
this.
whole conversation about the different things that are expected and preferences. What are we talking about?
We're talking about ridiculous expectations, and I rattled off everything that I'm sure she was like, the dream man needs to have.
Dream
we're
is
talking about
different
dream
than
man,
expectation.
right?
And y'all
Any man.
be ageist.
My
Because
dream
y'all be
woman
like,
just gotta cook.
I will never date anyone over 37.
Who says that?
I'm gonna definitely run the tape.
Kiara does not say
You
that.
have definitely been like, 40's a little old.
No, LP, that's what we not about to do.
Hold
you
on.
got the wrong podcast.
I'll play it right now.
Oh,
You gotta say. So you gotta say. Now that is something I would say, but not Kiara.
Thank you.
I don't know who said it, but y'all have definitely said it on the episode.
Now, I
Oh
may
my
have said
God.
at 27, 26.
No. This was like 6 months ago.
No. I probably would have said my cap is 10 to 13 years. 10 to 13. You got to remember, I'm 30. Okay. So if I say my cap is like 40 to 43, I don't think there's anything wrong with I need to be dating 50-year-olds.
I've never heard you say anything about 40 to 43.
Okay, so
I've never heard that in life.
Why do I say I'm just minding my business?
You better.
This is where you
That
can
could have been
step in.
private conversations that might have been on the pod.
But this is where you can step in and say,
I have not said I have not been ageist on the podcast. If anything, I may have said anything about dating someone younger. But Kiara has not on the pod said something about dating older. I'm an advocate for dating older.
How older though?
Okay, so Solomon, let's think about this.
Because
When
I
has
felt like when we did have this conversation, her range wasn't as broad as
And I don't want to derail
mine.
because I know this
Or
is the
maybe
closeout
even
episode,
yours.
and it sounds like we need a part 2, which we will have because I'm gonna have y'all back. We'll have y'all back because I don't want to take too much of y'all. This is supposed to be our closeout episode.
Yeah.
I didn't want to derail.
Look, you over here.
But
I would-
you riling people up. We out here. Man, what were your
I'm over here
favorite
fighting for my
memories?
life.
I'm trying to have a nice memory lane.
Send
Have
off.
it. All right,
y'all
I'm
are
out.
ridiculous.
I will
Do
go
y'all
back and
send
listen
off?
to
Do
this
y'all
one,
send
though.
off? I'm
I will
I'm
go
gonna
back
get
and
on back.
listen to this
Thank
one,
y'all
though.
again. Do y'all send off? And I'm about to pull up a clip before y'all
Please.
leave of you being like, I don't know about that age. So go ahead though.
Look, do it.
Go
It
ahead.
probably is
Please.
me. I've said it how many
All
times
right.
now?
I will say this. I will say this in my closing. I definitely enjoyed the time that I had and the time that I put into this. I will say I was very honored when you all asked me to be on the podcast. I mean, I had thought about doing a podcast way back when, but I don't know. I guess I just needed someone who wanted to do it as well. And so I felt, glad that you all asked me to do it. Even offered you all to, hey, I'll record for another month. You all can replace me or whatever, and you all chose not to replace me. So no, I'm not. I mean, that's not a funny thing. I'm just, I mean, that's honored. It felt appreciated, whatever I brought to the table. But, I do think that this podcast did kind of bring us close. We do kind of have a bond within the bond, if I may say so to speak, because you were her line sister?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we weren't hanging tough like that, huh?
I feel like by the time the podcast came around, we definitely weren't hanging tough, but we had been hanging out.
But I felt like I got to know you. Yeah.
This started because of that. I remember we were sitting outside Velvet Taco.
Yeah, I'll never forget
Velvet
that.
Taco.
We were sitting outside Velvet Taco. It has to be like 12 or 1 in the morning. Or something.
Yeah.
And Solomon it was some ridiculous.
Lauren was there too.
Lauren
Yes.
was there, yeah.
It was so
We was
ridiculous.
out in the
and
back.
we were going like, I forgot
This
what
had to be
it
like
was.
2017
Yeah, I think
probably.
she
Yes,
got
it was
mad at me for
2017. It
that.
was like, okay, no, Solomon, like, why would you do that kind of thing? We were just like, no, we can.
I forgot what we were
can-
talking about, but
Probably
Yeah,
something with
ruffling.
relationships, probably.
Yeah, it was definitely something related to relationships. I can't remember if it was your situation or his situation, and we like flipped
It was his. Oh, your situation or my situation.
Right.
Yeah.
It was something that had happened. If I think about it long enough, I'll probably remember.
Dang. Okay. But yeah. So, I mean, I felt like I've been able to grow and I got to know you a little bit better on a more personal level and all that. And yeah, it'll be weird not seeing the group text going up or whatnot.
Why
Even
would
if
we
it's,
don't stop?
well, I mean, there won't be no what are we recording?
During the week,
Tom?
do we talk about the podcast?
Oh, my bad. Well, my
Damn, you
bad.
just ready to throw it all
No,
away.
I'm just saying I've appreciated what this podcast has done for the, the growth of our relationship or whatever. That's all I'm saying. And I'm going to miss, coming here on Sundays and recording and things like that. But, it's forever. As far as the content, it's in a space that, I can always go back to when I want to hear something. I remember, I'm going to tell you another funny moment. And honestly, this is when I was like, okay, we do actually have some good, funny content. Because somebody that I've never really met, but kind of know through social media, her friend or fiance or whatever would ask about how I was doing. But I guess he had heard the story whenever I went to go get that baby.
The pajamas? That
with
episode.
the roaches.
Oh,
Yeah.
So he heard
God.
that story or something like that, and then he became invested. So I was just like, okay, well, maybe there is a little reach.
Solomon, you are
But-
hilarious.
Yes, you
that-
guys.
Because you did not tell us that full story. I think maybe you said like a little bit of it, like, I just had like a long weekend.
Man,
we
bro.
got laughing in real time listening.
We heard it on air. Was like, wait, there's
I was
more.
like, why am I here?
You put on another man's pajamas. I think
that's
it's still
the
live.
name of the title. You guys
Yes.
can probably find it. That is some
Can
of
we?
the best storytelling. Solomon is a master storyteller. I say all the time how I think he'd be great at stand up. We have
That
been
is-
talking
you know
about
what? That's
this
your
for
creative
right.
next.
We've been
That's
talking about
what
this
we-
for
that's
about
what we
3 or
need to
4
be
years
working
now.
on.
Probably longer than that. We got to just do it.
I gotta.
Actually,
I
at this
gotta put
point,
myself
what's
in the
stopping
space.
you?
We
You
should
got
have a lot of
time.
content at this point.
Content.
We have
do
about
it.
3
Let's do
acts.
it.
We'll put that on pause. We'll see.
Coming
Anyways,
soon.
my closing out, I just want to say, I don't want to cry, but this has been a great opportunity. I'm going to miss it. You guys, I love y'all for real.
Mhm.
Okay, I can't say anything else. I'm going
I
to
know.
cry.
I don't want to cry, but definitely, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
End of an era. Shout out to LP.
Yeah.
I know.
yeah.
Shout out to LP. Okay, well, before I become a mess, we're going to sign out for one final time. Thanks so much for listening, you guys.
Oh yeah, you know what I was also thinking about? Not to get sentimental. When y'all came and saw me at Baker Street.
Wait, what? Oh, you're talking about. Oh,
In the orange jumpsuit. I was
Oh my
like, they was like, you gotta
God.
visit
Oh my
us.
I was wondering
I
if you were
just
going to
knew
bring
it was
that
Chan.
up.
I just knew it was Chan.
Man, me and
And I walked out there, I was
Kiera,
like, oh!
we were, man, I don't know how
Yeah.
much you want to say.
I don't know how much you want to say, but
Yeah, no.
That
I mean,
was-
everybody knows what, 2018, December 30th, 29th, I got pulled over for a DWI, went to jail, spent the next 5 days, New Year's Eve in jail. And yes, while in jail, I didn't know if anyone knew I was in jail, but I got my first visit in jail. And it was these two. And yeah.
So if you-
I guess I got the phone numbers that I needed to in order to make the calls from them when I got back.
Right.
But yes, just to think about the podcast and where we were as far as relationships are concerned. Had we not done the podcast, I don't know who would have been there. You know what I'm saying? But that
Well,
just
and that's
shows
probably
you
a-
how much we've grown and
Yeah.
have gotten, closer.
If you think about that time, again, if you've been listening for a minute, that was probably the first episode Kiera and I did by herself.
Mm-hmm. I was like, are they recording out there? Are they not recording out there?
We were so mad. We were like,
Then I had
where's
to go to-
Solomon?
I had
I
to-
was so concerned because there was something
Yes.
you were supposed to do. Yes, there was somewhere you were supposed to be and you didn't show up or something happened. And so I was dating someone at the time and I was like, man, I haven't heard from my friend. This is not like him. And he was like, we can laugh about it now, but he was like, man, if you ain't heard from a black man in X amount of time, it's one of two
One of
things.
two
Either
places,
he's
either
dead or he's in jail. And I was like, what? Like,
And I
that's
remember
very dramatic.
Kiera told me that, and I remember we just started searching.
So
we
at-
were just like, okay.
He was like, look it up. And I was like, looked it up. Sure enough, I was like, my heart dropped. I was like, oh my God. So at that point, we just got everyone involved that we knew of.
Our
Mhm.
circle at the time.
Yeah. And I mean, right.
yes.
Because you want to be careful and not put business out there,
Too
right?
much of the business out there.
But people who you rocked with, it was like, okay, we got to figure something out. Like,
Yeah.
how can we get to work? And I feel like that was like where our relationship like went to the next level for sure.
I was
Probably
like, damn,
so.
here they are seeing me at rock bottom. And, you know, I get back there like, oh, this nigga had 2 O's, come see him.
What?
I was just like, oh, no.
That's
they're
what
just
people
my
said?
friends.
Oh.
When I was in jail, yeah. It's like,
Ooh.
you got 2 people. You know, because some people just lucky to get anybody to visit them in jail. But
Dang, man, you was
But
most
yeah.
hated.
Yeah.
no, but that meant a lot for you all to come and support me. And, you know, then I guess that's kind of been something to add to the content of the podcast, was sort of my time with that. So, yeah.
Yes, we have grown a lot in 4 years. There's been a lot of life that's happened.
Yeah.
And I mean, this won't be the end for us as a friendship group. We'll probably still have the podcast, just not recording it essentially with our regular conversations. But for those of y'all listening, again, thanks for the support. Y'all have been the best. Damon, shout out to Damon.
Shout out to Damon. Shout out to...
They don't know. They don't know. They be doing all the time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Also, I want to shout out Chelsea.
That's California?
No, Chelsea is Dylan's mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'll shout out TJ, Raquel.
Yes,
Who's the California?
Reggie, shout out to Reggie.
Yes.
Shout out to my brother Jacoby. Shout out to Troy.
Yes.
Sorry, Troy.
Man, we've had so many people like even on the pod just supporting it, and those are people that are like top of mind that just like really be hitting us up all the time. So I really, really, really appreciate it.
For real. I'm sure we've left some people out, but y'all know who y'all are. Thank y'all so much. It's been real, and until next time.
Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.